What's up, guys? Zinigami here, and let's take a look at the Corazon batch of Sugofest characters coming soon to the global version of One Piece Treasure Cruise. We're getting from 990 Machvise up to 1001 I was about to say Doflamingo. Corazon! Don Quixote Corazon. So we gotta start from about Machvise. Machvise's captain ability, it's like Marco or Thatch. If you are at full health at the start of the turn, he boosts the attack of free spirit characters by 2.75. A decent captain ability if you want to do turtles or something like that, but one that's a little hard to actually pull off on stages because of preemptive attacks especially. But there are some stages you can take advantage of this, but he's mostly gonna be a captain only used for Fortnite Islands or easy stages that you just want to kill very quickly. His special changes recovery orbs into matching orbs, has some uses. There are times you'll use them on Coliseum stages, especially a couple of them give you a lot of recovery orbs, but by itself, not that useful. You can always combo with someone who gives you recovery orbs, but it's a little hard to use. Machvise overall is kind of a middling character, not super great, but not bad at all. His special definitely has its time to shine. Gladius! Gladius, we're going straight to like super awesome specials. Gladius's captain ability, 2.5 times attack to quick. Normally a very good captain ability, except quick also has Enel, so it's kind of hard to compete with Enel captain since Enel is super good. But 2.5 times attack to quick units, pretty good captain ability. Very, very usable. It's just kind of hard to fight with Enel. His special ability to cut health by 20%, good. And then also gives himself a matching orb, very good. So Gladius, very, very good unit to have. Violet. Violet's captain ability boosts belly, that's worthless. And her special actually is a unique one. She lets you see the stats of enemy units just like your own stats. You know, you can hold down on one of your characters, it shows you all their stats. You can hold down on an enemy character, it tells you everything from how much health they currently have to what their how often they attack, to if they use their special attacks, if you stall them or not, and if they do something after they die. Now this is more useful for people who are like me or game with the people who actually try to figure out what the islands do. It saves us from having to use specials a bunch of times to try to figure out what their health is. We can just use Violet and find out exactly what their health is. But for most people, Violet isn't going to be too good. She's mostly going to be there for her artwork, which of course is A++ primo. Dellinger! Dellinger, who's got the sexiest legs in One Piece Treasure Cruise. His captain ability is one of the tandem and recovery to beneficial orbs, which is very good. That's always going to be useful, especially on islands that make tandem and recovery orbs show up a lot more often. That's a very, very useful special. And his special ability for all characters makes badly matching orbs into matching orbs. Awesome. There are a lot of characters that do this sort of thing now. One thing that makes Dellinger special less powerful is that he is a powerhouse, so he's kind of overlapping with Pika, who also gives you helps you orb manipulate to matching orbs. But that badly matching orb to matching orb is very good, especially since you can just use it on turn 11 if you have a powerhouse team. You don't need to wait until the second stage for a powerhouse team. Just use it on the short cooldown. We don't know what he maxes out at, probably even at about 6 turns to max, I would say, 7 turns maybe. So a 6 turn, 7 turn cooldown to make badly matching orbs into matching is so good. Diamante is probably the best unit out of this batch. Diamante is almost certainly the best unit here, besides Corazon. Diamante's captain ability boosts attack of driven characters and reduce their specials by 2 turns at the start. So if you're doing a fast team, a fast driven team, you can use you can use him as your captain ability, kind of as a mini Sengoku special to reduce your special cooldowns. Remember, that only works at the start. If you use a special, then it goes back to its regular cooldown time. But his special ability is what's super good. He delays for 2 turns, so he's one of the few characters. He's only one of the 2 non-Usopp characters that delays for 2 turns. The only 2 non-Usopp characters that delay for 2 turns are Diamante and Foxy. And he deals 50 times his attack in typeless damage at the end of each turn for 5 turns. Now, this does not stack with Fujitora, so you either get to use him or Fujitora special if you have both of them on the same team. But it is so good, especially if you use him on a Bartolomeo team because he is a striker. He is your Dellinger for a Bartolomeo team, and he is just awesome. Diamante, probably the best unit besides Corazon! Corazon! His captain ability is unique. If he just straight up boosts attack by 2 times at full health, but he does not boost attack at all at 1 health. So the more health you have, he boosts up to 2 times attack. And if you hit a good for every single good that you hit, you heal for 1.5 times his recovery at the end of that turn. So if you have, here I can pull up a calculator, you can see how much you can heal in a single turn. If you have two Rosenates, you have 555 recovery on each of them, plus 100 for cotton candy, times 2. If you hit 1 single good, you heal for 1.5 times 2 times each. So a single good on a double Corazon teams will heal you for almost 4,000 health. Just 1 good. And that's any good on any unit. That's without food. So he is basically the best zombie team captain you can use. You'll actually get damage boosts and you can heal for more damage. You can VVs everywhere. So if you ever... Now that we don't need VV Laboon teams anymore, Corazon Laboon teams or Corazon Sanji teams are very, very good, especially on the Coliseum. There are several Coliseum stages that one of the better teams to use is actually just a Corazon captain with a Sanji or Laboon team or something like that. So it's very, very good captain ability that heals you for a lot. Especially on 0 stamina islands, something very cool that you can do with Corazon is you can use him in conjunction with a Log Luffy, because if you use him with Log Luffy, you can, once again, we'll pull up the calculator. 1 Corazon, 1 Log Luffy team, 655 recovery. You hit 1 great, so you hit, you multiply this by 1.5 plus 323. So with a Corazon Log Luffy team, you basically heal for 1,300 health every single turn just by attacking. Because you're gonna hit a good and a great, and then you're gonna hit perfect with a Log Luffy team. Good, great, perfect means you heal for 1,300 damage every turn while still doing Log Luffy's damage, which makes him especially good for 0 stamina islands. A Corazon Log Luffy team for 0 stamina islands clears pretty much all of them so far. And so he's just like a really good captain. Not the fastest captain. You know, there are a lot of people, whenever we show guides on which teams to use, we show a lot of teams like Sengoku and Whitebeard for those very good teams, because those teams will clear it very quickly. You know, a double Whitebeard team pretty much clears everything within that 17 turns when you use his specials. But Corazon, very, very good. His special ability, not so useful. It heals you and reduces Bind and Despair, which is okay. Not the best special ability, but certainly a very useful captain. Guys, that is the entire rundown. Hope for Diamante, especially. Diamante, Gladius, Dellinger, by far the best units. Machvise is okay. Corazon, of course, is always going to be good. All 6 of our characters are amazing. And Violet is just kind of meh. Just kind of okay. I'm Zenigami. Good luck with your Sugofest pulls. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing pulls yet. We did get some very bad Sugofest pulls recently, so I might just wait for some more units to come out before we do it, especially since it's so close to the last Sugofest. Thank you also to everyone watching here on Twitch and all our Patreon subscribers, Carlos Baron and Super Crazy Apple, and all the rest. Y'all stay beautiful.